Yes, good afternoon, students. Welcome to the series of Lesson 3 Synthetic Fibers and Plastics. Yes, beta, we have studied about the synthetic fibers previously in the previous videos, and today we will study about the plastics. Yes, beta, the plastics which we are using abundantly in every sphere of our life, they are known as polymers. We have studied about the polymers already. We have studied about the polymers. What are polymers and how they are prepared? Yes, here you can see what we have studied about the polymers. Ki synthetic fibers are made by human beings in laboratories using chemicals. They are called polymers. Poly means many and mers means unit. So a polymer is a big molecule made up of many small units that join together to form long chain. The single repeating unit in a polymer is called monomer. As I have already given you example of necklace. Necklace is made up of many small units that are beads. So bead here represent the monomer and the necklace represent the polymer. In the same way, beta, we have studied about polymers, and now today again we are studying कि plastics are polymers. Polymers are formed by joining monomers, and now question is how these monomers are joined together in forming plastic. On the basis of beta, on the basis of how monomers are joined together, the plastics are of two types. If the monomers are joined together in straight line, okay, in straight line, then that type of plastic is known as thermoplastic. And if the plastics are arranged, if the plastics monomers are linked in the cross chains, then that type of plastic is known as thermosetting plastic. As you are able to see in this diagram, in the first diagram, monomers are arranged in single line and they are joined together in the straight line, whereas in other diagram you are able to see in this kind of plastic the monomers are linked in cross chains. These are known as thermosetting plastics. Understand, beta? On the basis of how monomers are linked together, on the basis of linking, you can say plastic can be classified into two types. First is thermoplastic, second is thermosetting. In the thermoplastic, the monomers are linked in a straight chain, whereas in thermosetting, the monomers are linked in the cross chains. Okay, now see, the plastic our made can be remolded and given any shape on heat. If we will do heat of this thermoplastic, then we can remold into any shape. Whereas in thermosetting plastic, if the plastic once made can't be remolded, whether we will heat again and again, but they can't be reshaped or we can't remold again. Once it is set, resetting cannot be occurred again. We can't reset again. And examples, as you have seen, bakelite. This bakelite plastic, beta, the electrical switches you have seen, they are made up of this bakelite plastic, and bakelite is the thermosetting. They can't be reset again on heating. Whereas thermoplastic examples are polythene, nylon, PET, PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Okay, they are used in making chairs, bottle, toys, etc. Whereas thermosetting plastics are used in making, we have studied already, electrical switches, and in crockery also, and unbreakable dining dinner sets are also made up of melamine. If you will look at the back of the unbreakable plates, you are able to see melamine. There melamine is written. Okay, so melamine is used to make the dinner set. Now, what are the properties of plastic? We will discuss about the properties of plastic. If we talk about the good variety of plastic, then good variety of plastic are non-reactive. They does not react with any food item, and hence it is used for storing them. But the plastic must be of good quality. If plastic is not of good quality, then we can't store food in that plastic. That plastic will make our food toxic, and that toxic food, if we will eat, then it will lead to the even food poisoning also. So we should always use good quality of plastics. Yes beta, plastics are insoluble in water. Everybody knows plastic are insoluble in water. That is why they are used uh, in making mugs, buckets, bottles, etc. Durable, plastics are durable. That is why they are used for packaging and storing materials such as food items. Okay, they are highly inflammable. Highly inflammable means they catch fire easily. They are highly inflammable. If um, they are kept on very high temperature, then they are very much highly inflammable. Poor conductors of heat. Poor conductor means they don't allow electricity to pass through them. They are used in making, as I have told you earlier, they are used in making switches. They are used in making handles of electrical appliances because they are non-conductors of heat. They are poor conductors of heat. They don't allow electricity to pass through them. That's why handles of electrical appliances are made up of these kinds of plastic, so that we may carry them easily. Poor conductors of heat. Plastics are poor conductors of heat. They don't allow heat to pass through them. That's why you have seen the utensils, handles of cooking utensils are made up of plastic, and bakelite is the plastic which is used to make the handles of the cooking utensils. If we will talk about the cooking utensils uh, are of good quality, if we will talk about the good quality of the cooking utensils, they are made up of plastic which are used in microwave ovens, even where heat cooks only the food without affecting the cookware. Even high temperature also does not affect the our cookware. The then uses of plastic. But plastics are used in our every domains of life because plastic is very much cheap. Everybody can purchase this plastic, and there is no too much alternate of this plastic. That's why we are using plastic in every field, whether it be the health care sector or the food industry. Almost all items are used in our day to day life. If we will see our pens, they are made up of plastic, electronic gadget, car bodies, eh, crockery, toothbrush, bucket, everything is made up of plastic. Yes, there are some common plastic, as we have studied earlier, thermoplastic, and some are thermosetting. Polythene is thermoplastic. If we will heat it, it can remold into the different shape. It Polythene is used in making poly bags, packaging materials also. And then polyvinyl chloride, PVC is the short form. It is of high density and rigid. It is used in making pipes and you can say water tanks also. Then polystyrene, high elasticity. Due to its high elasticity, it is used in making packaging material, building insulation, you can disposable glasses also. And then polypropylene, it is used in the we can say in furniture making. In then Teflon, you have seen the non-stick cookware in the kitchen that are made up of Teflon. Bakelite, we have already discussed. It is bakelite is used in the making of handles of pressure cooker, even in the electrical switches. They are also made up of bakelite. Melamine in the making of dinner set. Then perspex, it is used in the making of paints, window sheets they are made up of. And very much important, PET, that is used in the making of containers for food and liquids. So we have studied about the uses of plastic. Now we will see plastic is non-disposable or disposable. Who will tell to me? Disposable or non-disposable? Who will tell to me? Simple. Plastic is, if we will dispose plastic in the soil, then what will happen? If we will dispose plastic in the water, then what will happen? If we will dispose plastic in the, we can say, uh, open drains, then what will happen? Then if there is problem of disposal, then why we should not use the plastic. But you see, if on burning, what will happen? On burning, plastic release too many poisonous gases and smoke into the atmosphere, which will lead towards the air pollution. Then what we can do to avoid air pollution? Other, if we will buried the plastic into the soil, then what will happen? If rain comes, then this plastic do not allow the rainwater to seep into the soil. If the rainwater will not seep into the soil, then what will happen? It will prevent the replenishment of the groundwater. The groundwater level will be less. Then, if the plastic bags containing leftover food that are not disposed of properly, then what will happen? They will be eaten by the animals, because when animals will eat the food, the plastic bags also will be eaten by the animal. Then this cause diseases in animals and even sometimes lead to the death of the animal. Then what we can do of the plastic? If we can't dispose of into the soil, if we can't burn them, if we can't throw them here and there, then what we should do? And we can't even dump into the water bodies, because if we will dump the plastic into the water bodies, then there are many aquatic animals that live in that water animal. Then what will happen? The aquatic animal uh, will eat those plastics and lead to the death of the aquatic animal. In this way, if we will throw plastic bags in the drains, then they will block the drains. If the drains will block down, then many mosquitoes and germs breed, and that will lead to many disease, infectious disease. And recycling of plastic also has limited benefit. So if we will use this recycled plastic, then what will happen? That plastic is not of good quality. If we will store any food item in that recycled plastic, then it will leads to the poisonous substance. It will form the that food toxic. In this way, that by eating that toxic food substance, we will become ill. So, what are the, now we will discuss about what are the preventive measures we can use to prevent this plastic waste. Plastic is a beta very much necessary evil. Its use cannot be abandoned at once, but we can use some preventive measures to reduce its impact on the environment. Yeah, let's discuss about that. If we will use plastic items, that plastic item, if we will discourage, then and we should use eco-friendly carry bags instead of plastic bags. We should use eco-friendly carry bags made of paper or cloth. First point, what we have used कि instead of plastic bags we should use eco-friendly carry bags. Okay, then if we are using polythene bags, then we should use it maximum. Then after using maximum times, then we have to dispose of in the dustbins. Yes, empty bottles. There are too many empty bottles in our house which we can use for growing plants or for making decorative items. And then if we have to dispose of this plastic waste, then we should not thrown on the roadside or in the sewer system. Then how we can dispose of? We should use two types of dustbin. In our houses also, outside the houses, you have seen there are two types of dustbin. One is of green color and whereas other is of blue color. You know, green color dustbin where we use if we have to dispose of green waste, wet waste, then we should use green color dustbin. And if we have to throw dispose of dry waste, then we should use blue color dustbin. And we should follow this 5R principle. If we will follow this 5R principle, that is reduce, reuse, recover, recycle, refuse, then we can overcome this problem of the plastic. In reduce, what we should do? We should use less. We should think how we can use this less plastic, and we should purchase plastic very much less. Reuse. Reuse means something you already have. Instead of buying something, we should use again that. Okay, where we can use this? We can use these empty bottles for growing indoor plants or decorate them. Then third point is recover. To take something and use it for something else. And recycle. All the basics you can use: paper, plastic, metal, glass. Recycle. Again we can use it. Again we can make new things by recycling that. Refuse. You can refuse to buy or accept plastic. Okay, in this way we can use some preventive measures against the plastic. Yes, my dear students, today we have studied about the plastic, how plastic is prepared from the monomer. If the monomers are arranged in the straight line, then thermoplastic. If the monomers are in the cross-linked, then they are known as thermosetting. What are the differences between two? You have to learn the examples also. Then you have to, very general topic it is, what are the properties of plastic, what are the uses of plastic, what are the impact of plastic on the environment, how we can dispose them properly, and what are the preventive measures to use plastic. That's all for my side. Thank you, beta.